Washington Commanders 18, Chicago Bears 15. Commanders move to 6-2. Bears fall to 4-3. Story of the game, of course, is the Hail Mary. A Hail Mary walk-off win for the Commanders. Noah Brown with the 52-yard touchdown to win the game for Washington.
Mm-hmm.
What a weird game.
Yeah.
It felt like the Commanders were in control, but they go field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal. They're up 12-0. DeAndre Swift breaks off a 56-yard touchdown run to make it 12-7. Remember, these teams had a legendary 12-7 game on Thursday Night Football a couple years ago, right? Again, I mentioned it on the preview show. The first one to make Al go crazy. I got to watch this game. It's 12-7 with Justin Fields and whoever, Taylor Heineke. I got to watch this thing. So it's 12-7. Bears come back, take the lead 15-12. And Commanders hit the walk-off.
Hit the Hail Mary.
All sorts of weird stuff in this game, though, because it felt like the Commanders were in control, couldn't really put them away, would have felt like a massive missed opportunity. But the Bears also fumble a handoff at the goal line when they're going in. I mean, it was just a lot of stuff going on in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think Washington was the better team in this game, and it did feel like they were in control for the majority of it. Jaden Daniels obviously playing through that rib injury. He looked really good again. They were testing him. Like, he took a couple of shots early. It was almost like Chicago was, I don't know how to say they were headhunting him, but they were certainly like, let's just see if the ribs are going to hold up. Like, there was a play early where Montez Sweat took an inside rush, chased him, like landed on him, smushed him at the end of this play. Not only did Daniels sort of just get up, shrug it off, like, he put that ball in the back of the end zone that was like inches away from Luke McCaffrey getting both toes down, scored a touchdown on it. Like that, I mean, number one, that was a test to the ribs. But number two, it's like he's out there playing still really well, even with that rib injury. Brian Robinson back as well, running really well. Like, things, there's a really nice bomb to Terry McLaurin over Tyrique Stevenson. The offense was looking pretty good. They just weren't able to finish those drives with touchdowns.
Speaking of Tyrique Stevenson.
Oh, dear.
I mean, this is one of the most epic videos in NFL history already. The fan video, it would have been discovered on the All-22, but the fan video of Tyrique Stevenson taunting the crowd in the middle of the Hail Mary, and then he's like, oh no, the play's going on. I've never seen anything like this. And he's the one who actually tips the pass up, right? He's one of the guys in the mix.
That's what makes it art, is that he's the guy that gets the hand on it that ends up deflecting it to the wide receiver for a touchdown.
He apologized later.
It's kind of amazing. Like, he is facing the wrong direction. He's facing the crowd when the receivers are at the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
Like, they've run however many yards this was to get into the end zone. He's at the 20-yard line facing in the wrong direction. There's his tweet apologizing to Chicago and teammates. My apologies for lack of awareness and focus. The game ain't over till zeros hit the clock. Can't take anything for granted. Notes taken. Improvement will happen. Hashtag bear down. So, kudos to him for acknowledging it, owning it, and apologizing. The two parts that make this video genuine artwork. Number one, the fact that he ends up becoming the guy that actually gets there and gets his hand on it and deflects it for the touchdown. The second part, though, which somebody highlighted, was there's an entire front row of Washington fans.
Bears fans.
Yeah, sorry, Bears fans pointing, hey, the play's happening. He's busy celebrating, taunting the crowd, whatever he's doing, facing the wrong direction. There's a line of people in the front row like, dude, the ball's been snapped. Turn around.
No one, I'd like to think we're the number one NFL podcast at referencing 80s and 90s wrestling, but that is straight up like the
Jimmy Hart's behind you with the megaphone. Turn around.
Like the face is like looking at the crowd, and the crowd's going behind you.
Yeah.
Watch out! They got a chair. He's got a chair. That's like the football play's happening. The last play of the game. What are you doing?
I don't even really understand. It clearly wasn't over. They had a Hail Mary shot at it. Like, you kind of need to pay attention for that play.
You mentioned some of the other great throws that he made. I thought he was good again, right?
Yeah.
With the injury, opportunistic scrambling again. It was just much like the Week 2 game against the Giants, where they moved the ball, and then kicked 7 field goals against the Giants. And this one kicked 4 field goals and didn't find the end zone until the Hail Mary.
I mean,
which is
overall,
also amazing.
I think he looked like the much better quarterback of the number 1 versus number 2 pick. But then at the death, with where the game hadn't become out of reach, it was still alive. Caleb Williams had a drive where he sort of put it together and made a few Caleb Williams type plays, and got the Bears back into it. Like, he had a couple of really nice plays in that drive. They get the pass interference call down at the goal line that really gave them a shot to score. Benjamin St-Juste getting an arm hooked around Keenan Allen. Was it Romo? He was on the commentary in this game.
Yeah.
I think he was pointing out, like, I don't think that pass is getting caught even if he hadn't hooked him, but it's probably pass interference. So got a little bit lucky on that play, but like Caleb Williams showed up when it mattered the most in this game. It's just that Jayden Daniels snatched it away with the Hail Mary.
Bears fans, as far as the what ifs go in this game, you've got a 4th and 1. They throw the smoke route to DJ Moore, stopped on 4th and 1. They try a goal line handoff to the up back.
To an offensive lineman.
Doug Kramer was mishandled handoff there with Caleb Williams and Doug Kramer at the goal line. But still, at the end of the day, they were up, right? They were up 15-12 with a long Hail Mary, a 52-yard Hail Mary that they could have stopped, and they didn't do it.
Yeah. What did you mention, or what did you make rather, of the William the Refrigerator Perry play to hand the ball off to your offensive lineman at the goal line?
If it works, it's a nice little tribute.
But it's one of those things that when it doesn't work, it seems like that's just ridiculous. How could you make that call? How stupid is that, giving the ball to a guy that's not used to taking a handoff? This was the only way this was ever going to end. But realistically, I mean, the Bears spent quite a long time doing it to a refrigerator. It's obviously not that hard to take a handoff. Like, it's just a screw up, right?
You'd think it shouldn't be. I'm trying to see how many fullbacks. I mean, Kramer's been doing this throughout the season. 2-2-1-1 fullback snaps. 2-3-2-1 fullback snaps in games over the last few weeks, right? So he's been playing fullback. They've been used him at tight end a couple times. It's been part of their arsenal.
No actual handoffs, though. Right?
No, first handoff opportunity. So,
but I mean,
when it doesn't work, obviously it's going to get
right.
criticized.
But it does sort of feel like you should be able to take a handoff. It's not that hard.
High level takeaways out of this, though, like Caleb Williams was upward trajectory. I thought he was going to have another big game because I've been not believing in the Commanders' defense. The defense looks much better. Maybe if they start figuring it out with Dan Quinn, I'm telling you, they are dangerous beyond the fact that even if they're 5-3, I think that would still be my takeaway. Like, I don't want to play the Commanders because they're getting better defensively.
I think that's a big takeaway from this game and this is not just this game, it's been trending in that direction. Like, Washington's defense might be significantly better than it looked earlier in the season when they were terrible. Johnny Newton had a big part of this game. Like, he hadn't made an impact really yet this season. He had a ton of pressure. He was a really big factor in this game. Now, they still don't really have an edge presence, a huge edge presence, but like adding one more legitimate threat on that defensive line is big. But this defense for Washington has been trending in the right direction for a while, and it's not like no one player necessarily is playing out of their mind, but everybody's chipping in with good plays.
Anything else on this game?
No, that's the end.
Okay. All that I ask coming out of this is that we don't highlight the Hail Mary as part of Jaden Daniels' legend. He was good otherwise. He made other beautiful throws. The deep ball to Terry McLaurin was fantastic. Does he have the best deep ball in the NFL, the most beautiful deep ball in the NFL already? I don't know. And the best scrambler? I mean, Jaden Daniels is fantastic. But the Hail Mary's luck. Hate to throw a wet blanket on the excitement. The Hail Mary for Jaden Daniels himself was luck. Great for the Commanders, though, overall.
Thanks for watching all the way to the end of our video.
For more great content, click here to subscribe and here to watch another video. We'll see you again soon.